Hello and welcome to my webinar. I work in my jams.com is an idea that I came up with a few months ago actually, and I'm rebranding myself because I want to help people do what I do. Work at home in your jams. You don't have to literally leave your house to make a living. Spend more time with your family. No boss, no employees, go on vacations. That's my life. I literally don't work on Fridays either. If you watch any of my videos, we have a Friday talk that we do, and it's all about not working on Fridays and basically taking control of your life. So, who am I? My name is Phil Smith. That is me. Picture on my wedding day and holding a beer, wearing sunglasses, out on the beach. I'm just a regular guy. I do not have a fancy degree. I didn't have any experience doing this stuff before I started. I just figured it out. I busted my butt and I figured it out, and now I want to help others earn a living from home while working in your jams. It's a great lifestyle, right? We need to take control of our lives. You know, families have two parents working all the time. It is practically impossible for most people to get out of the gutter, right? I mean, they want to get out of that basement. They want to get their head above water, whatever you want to say. They just want to take control of their life. They want to take control of their finances. And how do you do that? If you ask me, it's working for yourself, right? Work for yourself. Use the internet. The internet has created more millionaires and billionaires than ever before. It's because it's possible. And I'm not saying that you're going to become a millionaire overnight, but just make enough to live, right? That's all you care about. I just want to make enough money to live, spend more time with my family. That's the key. So I've made $5.6 million since 2015 working from home. I now consistently make over $300,000 a month going forward. Now, what do? I'm a Facebook marketing expert. I'm a business loan broker expert. I'm a lead generation expert. Pretty much, I know everything there is to know about making money online when it comes to internet marketing, being a consultant. I do a lot of different things. So that's what I'm here. I'm here to teach you this stuff. And you can schedule a call at the end of this webinar if you have any questions. All right, let me go into this. The goal of this webinar is I need to prove my success to you, right? Because if you don't trust me and you don't believe a word I say, then nothing I say is going to matter, right? So I'm going to prove my success to you. I'm going to hopefully get you to trust what I'm saying is true when it's obviously explain the business opportunity. And for me, it's life changing to work at home in your jams. It really is. I mean, to wake up, not work Fridays, like I said, you go on more vacations, you spend more time with your family. Again, take control of your life. Stop making someone else rich. That's the goal. So hopefully you're interested in doing this. And let me go into this. So last 3 years, 2015, I did 1.57 million, then 1.62 million in 16, and 2.41 million in 17. Total of 5.6 million. My 2018 projections are 3.6 million. Hopefully, I'll blow that out of the water. Now, do you believe me, right? You probably don't. So here's my 2015 tax returns. You see in the bottom right here, it's a red rectangle, 1.579 million. In 2016, in the bottom right, you see 1.22 million, and this is 2016. The next slide again is going to be 2016. It's another 394,000. So if you add those two together, it's going to be 1.62 million. Basically, I had two companies at the time. So now let me go into something a little further. Just recently, I got an endorsement from Kevin Harrington from Shark Tank, right? Who hasn't watched Shark Tank? Kevin Harrington, one of the original investors in Shark Tank. Let me just play this for you.
Scene 4, take 1, marker.
3, 2. Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington, original shark from the hit TV show Shark Tank. Are you tired of making someone else's dreams come true? Have you ever wanted to start your own business, but you don't know where to start? Do you want to be able to work in the comfort of your pajamas? How about that one, right? Well, I have an opportunity for you because I'm here with Phil Smith, the owner of IWorkInMyJams.com. Phil, that is a crazy name for a company. IWorkInMyJams.com. This so people can actually stay at home, don't get out of the pajamas, I mean, I know you build a business, you're doing millions of dollars a year working at home. This is some kind of a digital opportunity probably.
Yes.
Okay, so I cut it off. You can watch the whole interview once I have the whole thing. This is obviously a behind the scenes video. So now this is huge for me, right? I mean, for me, my goal is to get you to trust me, right? Who is this guy? Who's Phil Smith? So getting an endorsement from Kevin Harrington is huge. I'm working on more of these, obviously. I'm working to align with a large nationwide charity as well because I want to give back. So these are the things I need to do so you know who the heck I am and you can trust me that I say that I do what I say. Let me throw one more in here. Go. So I was lucky enough today to hang out with the original Shark, Kevin Harrington. It's been a great day. I learned a lot, and I learned a lot more about Zig Ziglar's masterclass. So I'm going to let Kevin take it from here and explain.
Super. Well, hey, Phil, first of all, thank you for being one of our top affiliates right now because the Zig Ziglar...
Okay, so Kevin has his own affiliate program, right? And what he does, I became an affiliate of his. This is completely separate from the whole endorsement, actually. I found it online one day, and I said, let me give this a shot. I ended up quickly, climbing the ranks of his affiliates. So, again, shows that I know what I'm doing. I, do a lot of lead generation, a lot of online marketing. So it kind of just shows that, yes, I'm legitimate. I really do this stuff. One more thing I'll show you.
With us now is Phil Smith, and he's an entrepreneur, and he has sold many companies. He's built many companies. He's just like one cool guy, and I wanted to have him on because his next concept is amazing, and I think it might be helpful to you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Man, I didn't...
So now I won't force you to watch all this stuff. So that was my first time ever being on TV. I was so nervous. Again, if you watch any of my videos that I made at that point in time, you know how nervous I was when I was doing that before that interview. So that was basically, again, to go out there, build my brand, get these interviews done. It obviously shows, again, I really do this stuff. I've had some success in the past before I started doing this business specifically. But I got to tell you, when it comes to this business, I knew nothing when I started. I had nothing. I knew nothing. And it was really just one of those things. You just put your head down, you figure it out. But I put that time into it. I figured it out. And now I'm here to teach you how to do it. So in this video that's going to pop up is I went to Vegas for a conference called Money 2020. And I went as that lady you just saw, Donna, who interviewed me in the last video there. She airs on CBS. So I went there with a CBS microphone and got some footage for her. And I did some interviews with some people who I actually already do business with. These are lenders that buy leads from me in my lead generation business. So let me just show this.
I'm here with Roy Furman, CEO of C Capital. We're at Money 2020. So how's the show going for you, Roy?
The show's been fantastic. Thanks, Bill. Very productive, a lot of insights, and it's great to see what the cutting edge technologies and what people are talking about and what we can expect in the future of payments.
Right. So tell us a little bit more about your company, what you do, and what companies that you can help.
Yeah, so we specialize in providing funding for startups and early stage business owners. Now, when most people think of a startup, they think Silicon Valley, that kind of thing. That's not what we specialize in. We help the average business. It could be a retail business, a restaurant, a food truck, a mechanic, an architect, really just your average business. And what we found was there was a big niche that was being underserviced. So those early stage business owners, they may have good personal credit, but they don't have strong financials in terms of their business. They don't have any traction yet. So a lot of lenders were really neglecting those folks. So that's where we've stepped in, Phil, to really help those folks. They've got good personal credit. We can use that, leverage that to help them get funding for their business.
Right. And we've known each other for about 2 years now. We've been working together. We worked together today. I've seen your company grow over the last 2 years, so it's been amazing for you.
Thank you.
Where do you see the future of your business?
We're going to continue to grow. We've built a lot of great partnerships, so that's really been the hallmark. About 80% of our business now comes from referring agents and partners.
So that's important right there. So again, they're a direct company that works with companies directly to get them funding for their business. They work with startups. I've been working with them for years, as you heard. But the thing that he just said, 80% of his business comes from brokers. He calls them referring agents, but comes from brokers. So the reason why that's important, because in this training, I'm showing people how to become number one, a business loan consultant, but also a loan broker. There is so much demand. These companies need brokers to help them. All right, they're looking for you to bring them business. So there is huge demand in this industry as a broker. All right, just want you to understand that. The next video is this is another interview I did in Vegas.
So I'm with Billy Rosenberg. We're at Money 2020 in Vegas.
Yes,
how's your show going for you?
So far, so good.
Yeah.
So far, so good. It's good to be here.
Okay. So you're at BFS Capital.
Yes.
So if you don't mind, just tell us a little bit more about the company, who you target, and how you help companies out.
So we lend money to small businesses. We do both a merchant cash advance and a working capital loan. We lend anywhere from $5,000 to $500,000. Short-term money, anywhere from 4 months to 18-month payback. Typically for people who can't get conventional financing or are awaiting conventional financing, we're a really good solution for them.
Okay. And how long have you been in the business yourself?
I've been in the business about 6 years. BFS has been in the business since 2002.
Okay.
One of the original people in the space.
All right. And what type of growth have you seen, and where do you see the company going in the next 5 years?
Well, I mean, the growth has kind of been like this, so it's been exciting. And I think in our industry, there's going to be consolidation. I think with BFS, our growth will still go like this. I think having been around for a long time, we're going to continue to be one of the people still in this space when, potential regulation or consolidation in our space. So
Right. Okay, great.
we're in a good spot.
Yeah, no, it's great. So one last question. Where do you see ISOs or brokers or in your marketing channels? Do you see a demand for them going forward?
100%. I mean, 90% of the business we generate is from our broker channel.
Okay.
All right, you hear what he just said? 90% of the business that he generates or BFS Capital generates is from their brokers. That is huge. That shows the demand for brokers. So I just really want you to understand that. There's a ton of demand.
Hi, my name's Tom Condit. This testimonial video is for Phil Smith and his business loan broker program. I've been in the program for about 2 weeks now. I've gotten my website set up. I probably took about 2 weeks to get it set up, but that's because I do have a web design and development background, and I probably spent more time on it than the average person. But overall, the training has been awesome. It's definitely
So there's a testimonial. I got another one here from Brian. So yeah, Tom mentioned that it took him 2 weeks to get his site set up. I'll just let you know, we give you the step-by-step instructions to set up your website. It really shouldn't take you more than an hour or two. Tom went out and customized his own site. That's fine. We don't really force anyone to do anything. But to get set up really should only take you a few days at most. But, some people obviously are more perfectionists, right? So they're going to take a little longer to get things going. So here's Brian.
Hey guys, Brian Keith here. I just wanted to make a quick video for you guys and let you know about the business loan broker training, Facebook training. I've been working with Phil Smith for approximately since 2005 on and off. I've done the business loan brokering Facebook stuff with him for the last 2.5 years. My first year I generated $214,000. Last year I generated $245,000, and I'm on pace for more this year. I just want.
So Brian actually got me into making money online back in like 2006 when I first started dabbling in making money from online, making money from home, that type of stuff. This is the person right here that got me into this path. So Brian, so now going forward into this business, when I started taking off, I said, hey, Brian, you want to get involved in this? And obviously he jumped on board, and now he's doing well. So anybody can do this business. It doesn't matter who you are. And so here's another testimony from James.
Hello, everyone. My name is James Vasquez. I'm here to talk about Phil Smith's Business Loan Broker Academy. I just want to give you a little bit of background about myself. Formerly, I owned a business where I actually had a retail operation working inside an office space, if you will, dealing with the public and also with employees. And when I came across this tremendous opportunity, I was very interested in it because what I had done previously spent a lot of time but not necessarily making money. And with this system, I'm happy to say it's the complete opposite. Where before I was spending probably maybe 10% of my time actually making money, this system I find very easy to use, very easy to follow, and I find myself about 90% of my time is actually making money. The training is very simple, it's very easy to follow.
So I'm not going to force you to watch the whole thing. So now James owned a business, right? He had experience in it, owning a business, but he never did anything online. Had zero idea on how to run a Facebook ad, do any online marketing, do LinkedIn, even run a Craigslist ad. He had no experience in this industry, in online marketing, in any way, shape, or form. So even though he owned a business, he still had zero experience doing this. So I just want you to understand that. Brian is someone who's, had some experience, making money from home. He's been doing it for a while, but he even no experience in business loans, no experience in Facebook marketing, no experience in running online ads. Like, it's just all these people have their own backgrounds and what they've done. And I have other people that I don't have a testimonial video from them, but I've spoke to them. They just a stay-at-home mom or someone who just quit their job, right? It doesn't matter your background. You can be successful. You can be successful at this. So here's a video I made where I log into my bank account. It will be hard for you to find somebody that provides a business opportunity or training program, whatever you want to call it, like I do. It's going to be hard for you to find somebody that's actually willing to log into their bank account and show you their income. Now, before I get to that, just in case it's the first time you've ever seen a video from me, I'm going to explain what I do. What I do today is I'm a lead generator. I spend a lot of money every day on Facebook. And when that money is spent, what happens is I go out, I generate leads. All right, I'm not going to force you to watch the whole thing. Just so you know, all these videos you can watch after the webinar, just so you know, in full. So in this video, I do log into my bank account. I show you that I'm making money. I even show you the companies that are paying me. Like, it's all legitimate stuff. I just want you to understand that. It will be hard. Next video. This video is where I log into my lead distribution software. It is September 1st, 2017. I am making this video because August is over, and I'm going to show you how many leads I've generated in August and going back from there. Now, if you don't know what I do, and this is one of the first videos you're watching, I am a lead generator. I generate all of my leads off Facebook right now, and I teach people how to generate leads for themselves off Facebook, and I also teach them how to become a business loan broker. So when I generate a lead, I sell that lead to business loan companies and some other companies in other verticals like credit repair, credit monitoring, and some other. All right, so again, you can watch this video in its entirely later. So let me go to the next video. So this video, so let me go back to the other video. That other video, I logged into my lead distribution software. I showed that I generated over 28,000 leads in 1 month. Again, just proving that I really do this business every single day. I'm not one of those people that are trying to show you something that I used to do, something that doesn't work anymore. I still do this every single day. So this is real-time stuff. I still do it, so obviously I can help you. I run ads every single day on Facebook, still spend a ton of money on it. But again, you don't have to spend money. You can do free marketing to start. It's another thing I want to throw out there, is that I don't want you to feel like in order to do this, you have to spend all this money. There's people doing this business that don't spend any money on marketing and they're successful. All right. If you have money, sure, great. If you don't have money, that's fine too. You can certainly get going. In this video, I log into my JetBlue account, my credit card account, to prove, that I spend money on ads. I wanted to make this video to show you basically how I fly for free. This year alone, we've done 18 round-trip flights, absolutely free, through JetBlue. You can see I'm logged into Barclays, which is who JetBlue uses this credit card through. Right now it's the middle of August, so you can see August 18th, $592. You can see how many times they bill me per day. The way Facebook does it is they basically bill you every $750 per account. I wanted to make it. I'm not gonna force you to watch the video. So that today, I did that video a few months ago. Right now, if I logged into my JetBlue account right this second, I got to tell you, there's probably 1.5 million JetBlue points. I can actually do that real quick if you want. Let me log in real quick. Here we go. This is real time JetBlue. How many points do I have? Right now, I have available points 918, but in terms of total points ever generated, 1.792 million points. That's $1 a point. That means I spent $1.79 million just on my JetBlue card, right? Just on my JetBlue card. $1.79 million in marketing. All right. It just like I really do this stuff. I'm not, making this stuff up. So another thing I really want you to understand is, again, you don't have to spend money. My first day I've ever spent money on Facebook, I spent $20. That is it. $20 a day is all I was spending to start. And then obviously that turned into thousands and thousands a day. But it took me years to get there. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight for you. And I'm not saying you have to spend money. I really want you to understand that. This is a lifestyle business. The number one reason why I wanted to build a business was from home to work in my jams was basically I want to spend more time with my family. So, do you want to work in your jams? Do you want to spend more time with your family? Do you want to take 7 to 10 vacations per year? Do you want to not work on Fridays? Do you want your office to be 10 feet from your bed? Do you want to do what you want, when you want, and just have the freedom to do that? If you say yes to one or all of these, then this is a great opportunity for you because this is the life that I live. This is my exact lifestyle, and you can have it if you are serious. I work in my jams. My office is 10 feet from my bed. I do not work Fridays. I spent 45 days on vacation in the last 12 months. I've gone to all these places in pretty much the last 12 months. So now when I go away, I always like to get a hoodie, a Christmas ornament. Those are the two things. So if you see my Christmas tree, it's filled with vacations over a bunch of years. So some of the vacations I've done just in the last 12 months. I went to Vegas. We fly JetBlue Mosaic, so we're always the first ones on the plane. We're top of the line JetBlue flyers. Last year during the playoffs, football playoffs, I did my first bet, actually a legal bet, I should say, at Vegas. We saw Pawn Stars. We went into there, took the kids Camelback in the Poconos, Pennsylvania, did some tubing. We spent New Year's there, went to Rocking Horse Ranch in New York. They had some tubing on dry lands, did some horse stuff, all that cool stuff. Ocean City, Maryland, hung out there, went to Puerto Rico. That was a lot of fun. Saw their big fort. I forget the name of it. Hershey Park. Gotta love Hershey Park, right? 7 Stars. We do a trip there every year to 7 Stars. Talk about 5-star service. I mean, you're talking about ridiculous service. We usually go there on our anniversary. When I go, well, if you know me at all, you know I like to eat. So this is typically what it looks like when I go out to eat. This is a great Cocoa Bistro in Turks and Caicos. 100% you have to go there. It's a palm tree plantation. Disneyland for Halloween. You can't beat that. If you've ever been there, you know that the amount of candy they give away. The kids literally had 7 pounds of candy after one night at the Magic Kingdom. So this is a lifestyle business. 47 total nights of vacations in 12 months. It's insane, right? The average person does what? A week a year? If they're lucky. I did, 8 weeks? 9 weeks? If you look at 5 days. Did 9, it's just insane, right? This is it, right? This is why I do what I do. This is why I bust my ass every single day, right? To make sure I can afford this lifestyle. Not just afford it, but have the freedom to do it. All right, maybe you don't want to do the things that I do. That's fine, right? But you maybe whatever you want to do, right? You just want to put yourself in a position so you can do what you want to do. So I'm going to show you the exact blueprint and how I made 5.6 million working from home, my jams. How to dominate Facebook advertising so you can make a profit on every dollar you spend. How to make at least 30 grand a month as a business loan consultant and a broker. Actually, I screwed that up. That should say small business consultant and loan broker. So how to make at least 30 grand a month. Now, of course, how much you make is going to come down to your efforts, right? There's no guarantees here, right? It's all going to be up to your efforts. But the only reason why I use that number is that's how much I made in my first month as a business loan broker. So lead generation is lifeline for any business. Every single business needs leads, right? So if I can teach you how to generate leads for your business, and so you do not depend on others, that's the key here. I want to put you in a position where you can control your own business, do your own marketing, and not need help from anybody. That's the key. Facebook is the cheapest way to get leads right now. I generate about 1,000 leads per day on Facebook. LinkedIn works great too, right? LinkedIn actually has a higher quality of leads. They might cost you more money unless you do the free LinkedIn strategy. James, who did a case study around, James did a 5-day LinkedIn challenge, right? So it's in the training. You can obviously get access to that if you join, but he is really good at LinkedIn. I am not good at LinkedIn. I don't use LinkedIn. But James is really good at LinkedIn, so he actually put a whole thing together for everybody so they can start using LinkedIn. So you can do LinkedIn free marketing or LinkedIn paid marketing, totally up to you, but they do have a higher quality of lead on LinkedIn. But of course, your free marketing strategies, right? There's many free ways that we'll go into on how to generate leads. So do not have to spend money on marketing. Build a local brand, right? Get out locally. You could talk to bankers, right? If a business goes to a bank and that person gets denied for a loan, well, guess what happens? They don't have anywhere to go. If you're working with that banker, well, that banker can now refer you to them. It's a great lead. Imagine getting referred from banks, right? That's an amazing lead. So, but outside of that, you have local networking groups. You ever heard like a LeTip, right? LeTip, you meet, that type of group. You meet at a, local restaurant, diner, wherever you live, and people refer business to you. It's an easy way to get out there, especially if you're doing something like this that not many people are doing. If you're an accountant or financial advisor or whatever, those are a dime a dozen. This is not a dime a dozen, just so you understand. There's not a lot of people doing this stuff out there. LinkedIn, like I said, free marketing, Craigslist free marketing, Facebook groups and pages, word of mouth, right? Just get the word out. There's a guy who joined. He said he made 11 grand in his first week. And all he did was just reach out to everybody he knows. Because everybody knows somebody who owns a business. And if someone owns a business, they probably need money. So at the end of the day, there's huge demand for this. So here's James' case study. So again, I don't recommend just coming out of the gate and spending money on marketing. I recommend doing the free stuff first. Get the ball rolling, get your feet wet. But James, he didn't care. He wanted to get going. So James went out and spent on 100 leads, he spent $770. So $7.70 a lead. It's a good price. You should be right around there or less. He closed one business loan deal, right? He made $3,000 on that one business loan deal. He also closed 5 credit repair deals, which made him extra $500. So the total revenue was $3,000 plus $500, $3,500. Total ad spend $770. Profit was $2,730. He did that in his first 11 days. Made $2,730. It's crazy. That's great. You could do that every 11 days. That means you're making about $7 grand or 7 to 8 grand a month. Hey, who's better than you, right? That's possible. So why business consulting? See, when you're a business consultant and you go out there as a business consultant, what happens? People now look at you as someone that can help them in all facets of business. Not just I'm a loan broker, right? It's I'm a business consultant. I can work with you personally to get anything. That's the key here, right? So when you go out there, you're not just putting yourself in a corner saying, I only do loans. You want to help people out with everything. I'll explain why this is important. So as a consultant, you sell business services and you make a commission. Now, I'm not talking about loan brokering right now. I'm just talking about other services. So when I started doing this myself and I started expanding what the services that I promote, I increased my profit margin by 40%. That is a monstrous number. So what does that mean? I started promoting credit repair and credit monitoring, web hosting and design, telecommunications like voice over IP, office equipment, food and beverage delivery, human resources and insurance. The list goes on. There's so many different services that any business needs. Right now, these are the things that you really want to do, right? You want to get involved in that side of things. So, like for example, GoDaddy. GoDaddy is obviously a big hosting company. I don't know if you know this, but GoDaddy will pay you $100 if you get them a new customer. That means you send them somebody that's never signed up with GoDaddy before. They will pay you $100. But they'll also pay you a percentage of whatever the person buys. But that's a lot of money for one lead. That pays for like 10 leads, right? I mean, you at a price per lead of $7.70, or let's just call it $10, and you get $100 from GoDaddy for one person. They just paid for 10 leads for you. And obviously, you want to get people loans, but you also want to provide other services. Now, I'm not saying you're going to actually provide these services and you're going to provide the service and do the service yourself. I'm talking about you're still essentially like an affiliate, a reseller, a broker. So you're just using other people's services to do this. So when I put this whole thing together for myself, it really works great. So this is the direction I really want people to go in. Now, why business loan brokering? The average commission is $2,000 a deal. I made $30K my first month. You can work as much as you want, part-time, full-time. You can work from anywhere. There's recurring income. 70% of companies get multiple loans, and you make a commission every single time. It's actually 3 loans per year is what the average company does. And again, you get commission every time. Unlimited income potential. There's no maximum amount of money you can make. You can make as much as you want. Tens of millions of businesses need loans, and they're also very easy to get. You do not need a license, all right? And when I say easy to get, a company, as long as they've been in business for a few months, and as long as they do a few $1,000s a month in revenue, you can get them a loan, all right? But even if they are a startup, like you heard that company say in the interview I did, even if they're a startup, if they have decent credit, like a 650, 680, you can also get them money. All right. So you have a huge amount of companies out there that fit that. They fit those filters. And if they don't fit the filters, then you just sell them off to a different service like credit repair, credit monitoring, etc. Right. So the greatest thing about this is that it doesn't matter the position the business or the person is into. Because if it's like a startup or someone who wants to start a business, then maybe they don't own a business yet. So it doesn't matter if they're a business or a person. You can sell them something. That's the key. If you've ever been in sales, like a mortgage guy, an insurance guy, there's always a large percentage of people you can't help. But in this, you can help every single person you talk to. So what does that mean? That means you make more money because you have more ability to make a profit off every single person. And if you've ever been in sales, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Short-term business loans. Okay, short-term, these are high interest. I will say that. They're high interest business loans. Why? Because they're high risk. You're giving somebody who's a small company, they haven't been around that long, and you give them a loan. How do you even know if you're going to get paid back? But the good thing about you're not on the hook for that. All right? If you work with a company and they end up not paying it back or something goes wrong, you are not liable in any way, shape, or form, just so you understand. But because it's short term and because it's high interest, that's massive profits. $2,000 a deal is the average that you're going to make. Bad credit's okay. There's no personal guarantees required, no collateral required. Like I said, minimum revenue is around $5K per month. The joke of the industry is, does business owner have a pulse? Well, boom, you can get them approved. That's what everyone says. Short-term business loans is the number 3 best money-making industries in 2017 from Inc.com. I'm going to bring that over for you. So right here. Okay. Meet the biggest money-making industries in 2017. Scroll down. Number 3, financial services. Companies. Let me just get to the good stuff. So, that includes companies such as Small Business Owners of America, a Columbus, Ohio lending firm that provides short-term financing for businesses, as well as services incorporating, drawing up business plans, blah, blah, blah. But what you care about right here, short-term financing for businesses, that's the key, all right? So financial services, number 3, best money-making opportunities in 2017. Now it's 2018, but it's still going. It's not like it just all of a sudden January 1st, the industry blew up and didn't go anywhere, right? It's only going to get better. Okay, just want you guys to understand that this is a hot market. This is the time to get in. You don't wait until it gets cold, I'll tell you that. You get in now. All right, I'm going to go through common questions. These are common questions that people ask me. If I make so much money, why do I teach people? All right, you have to understand. This is what we're doing right here. This webinar, everything you see, Kevin Harrington, everything I'm doing. This is the e-learning business. All right, this is the future of learning. You may not know this. By 2020, they're saying that 60 million Americans will be working from home or have some sort of, gig. They call it the gig economy. I'm going to show you an article in a second. So more people need a second income, right? Whether it's a single mother, single father, whatever the case may be, or two parents just busting their butts every day with 5 jobs between them, right? Everyone just needs more money, okay? But people are entering this gig economy because there's a lot more. It's needed. It's basically needed. So let me just pull this up so I can just show you. Check this out. All right. So this is, Business News Daily. So they put together stats. Check this out. 1995, the gig economy size of employed in the U.S. 1995 was 9.3%. 2015, 15.8%. That means it almost doubled in 20 years, right? Doubled in almost 20 years. Now check this out. This is NASDAQ, all right? This is a NASDAQ article. The gig economy 2020 freelance workforce predicted to rise to 43%. 43% is roughly 60 million people. So if we go back to here, remember 9.3% to 15.8% in 20 years. That means from 2015 to 2020, it's going to go up roughly triple, from 15.8% to 43%, almost triple. It took 20 years to double, and now it's going to take 5 years to triple. Think about that for a second, right? So that's how big the gig economy is. People that want to work from home in their jams, right? That's where this is going. If you ask me, the future, or I should say the new American dream, is people wanting to work from home. That's the new American dream. American dream back in the day is a white picket fence, get a job for 40 years, and you get your gold watch, right? That was cool from like the 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever. Today, the new American dream is work from home, spend more time with my family, and can take control of my life, take control of my finances. Let me enjoy life. Let me enjoy the world. Let me travel, right? Whatever you want to do, it is what it is. But I got to tell you, if you had a choice right now to be sitting at home making money, 10 feet from your bed, drinking your coffee, your tea, having a soda, beer, whatever it is that you want to drink and just relax, that's the goal, right? So another question that people ask me, do I have to sell? Now, I mean, realistically, you don't have to sell. I mean, I've never really been like this sales guy and I go out and sell. I just explain. But I understand. The reason why people ask me, do I have to sell, is more like I don't have time to be on a phone. And that's fine. If you're a business loan broker, use the lenders, right? You're going to work with these direct lenders. And for those lenders specifically, they have, account reps. They're going to have an account rep there. You can certainly send your deals to him. That's, one option. We also have an option with us where you can send deals to us too, but you still have to talk with a business owner, even if you work with us. But when you work directly with the business loan, the direct lender themselves, they actually will totally help you get the deals done. But so I have a lot of people that ask that question. If you're doing lead gen and, you want to kind of be more of a lead generator like I am, if you want to go down that road, you don't really have to talk to anybody. That's a great industry if you don't want to speak to anybody, because I hardly talk to anybody from the lead gen side, because I have my buyers, right? But they're on autopilot. They pay me, whether they prepay me or I bill them, whatever the case may be. I hardly talk to anybody. So if you're a business loan consultant, same thing. If you just want to, I got to tell you, it's amazing how many people just want to talk through email and SMS and texting. And, they don't even want to speak on the phone anymore. It's absolutely nuts. So if you don't want to sell, you certainly don't have to, meaning be on a phone. But obviously, you have to build a rapport with people, right? I mean, has to be some sort of communication going on. So does this business work? Well, if the business loan market collapses, so will the United States economy. Okay, the business loan market is one of the backbones of the United States economy. So, of course, the business loan market works. Business loans are not going anywhere. They're only getting bigger. 30 million businesses need loans. They need money to operate. So this industry is not going anywhere. Will this work for me? Right? A lot of people ask, will this work for me? I mean, of course, it's a hard question to answer because, I believe it'll work for you. But if you don't believe it'll work for you, that's another thing, right? But will this work for me? Of course. As long as you don't quit, pretty much anything's going to work for you. So, quitting is the number one reason why people do not succeed. Anyone can succeed at any business as long as they put their head down and have a failure is not an option attitude, right? So when I start a business, I don't go into it saying, "Oh, will I succeed?" I just say to myself, "I will do whatever it takes to succeed." That's what I say. So it just eliminates anything. I will do whatever it takes to succeed. That's it. There is no question. There is no 1 foot out the door, right? It's just I'm all in. So if you're going to be all in, then you're going to succeed. A lot of people ask, how much time do I have to put into this business? It's really, again, going back to what I just said, it's the wrong question. What you should say is, I will do whatever it takes to be successful. Failure is not an option. Have a do not quit attitude, right? That's what you want. So don't ask, like, how much time do I have to put into this? You can put an hour a day, an hour a week, or an hour a month into this. That's up to you. It doesn't matter. You know why? Because there's 0 monthly fees. So take your time. This isn't one of those businesses where you got to lay out money every single month, like a franchise, right? A franchise or a brick and mortar or a business with employees and office space. You got to work every single day. If you want to take your time and say, you know what, I'm going to put an hour a week into this. Let me get my feet wet. Let me get my going. Sure. You don't have to lay out money every month doing this at all, right? Everything I do is basically a one-time fee. And we provide you with support, unlimited support forever. So if you want to take your time, take your time. There's no rush. You're not going to have to spend hundreds of dollars a month and all that stuff. So what type of success do other people have? Well, many people are seeing success. I showed you some testimonials. I'm going to get more testimonials over time. I just really haven't even tried to get them. I have all these people that email me testimonials and say, hey, Phil, thank you so much. I made this business work. I made 5,000, 10,000, 50,000. I mean, whatever it is. I mean, James, if you saw James' video, he bought himself a Mercedes. So people are successful. They're making money. It's happening. But like I always say, do not compare yourself to other people. If I cared about the success of others, I would never have started a business. Because, like, take an example, 70% of restaurants fail in the first year. The average business fails, right? I mean, if every single business clearly doesn't succeed, right? So there's always going to be a percentage of people that fail and a percentage of people that succeed. But just because you fail, that doesn't mean you can't succeed later, right? So if you worried about what others do, then most likely you're going to psych yourself out or give you a reason why you shouldn't start a business or you shouldn't start making extra money. But you just have to worry about yourself. Just give yourself a chance. Take a risk. Take a shot. And whatever it is, just learn from it. Listen, I've done things that failed. All right? You do it, you learn from it, and you move on. So that's fine. It's not like, oh my God, I'm never going to do something because I might fail at it. I mean, my God, if that was the case, nobody would do anything, right? So will you saturate the business loan market? This is a funny question. I mean, I appreciate how people think that I have the ability to saturate the United States business loan market because I got to tell you, if Chase, Wells Fargo, Capital One, and Bank of America have not saturated it yet, I don't think Phil Smith working from home is going to saturate the business loan market, okay? So tens of millions of dollars in marketing every single month has not saturated this market. So me, working from home, will not saturate it. Even if I bring in 100,000 people into this business, we will not even come close to the money that the major banks spend on marketing. Just think about that for example, right? Just for a second. There's no way that me working from home is going to take down the United States business loan market. So there are other fees. Are there other fees? Well, realistically, the only fee that I just recommend that you do is get a website. So domain name, buy one for $1. You can buy one from $1 for GoDaddy. Website hosting, hey, you can get a promo code for GoDaddy, $1 per month for 12 months. So it's $12. So you're in business for $13. That's it. That's all you have to spend to get a website. And there's free websites. You know what? You don't even have to. Go to WordPress, WordPress.com. Or .org. I forget which one. I think it's .com. And go to WordPress.com and they will give you free hosting. Right? So there you go. You don't need to spend any money. So that is it. You don't need to spend any more money. And I don't force you to spend more money. You can do whatever you want. It's your business. So I believe, so people say to me, Phil, I believe that you can do this. I believe you're successful. I do. But I do not believe that I can do this. So this is one of the biggest things that I've seen is that the average person does not have the confidence in themselves to be successful. They're scared. You know, they're nervous. I get it. You know, the last thing I want to see people do is spend their last dollar on doing something like this. I mean, hey, listen, that's a good risk to take because I tell you, you're probably going to make a profit. But I understand the fear, right? I've done things that I was scared to do, right? Even when I started this e-learning business and I went on that TV show on CBS to get interviewed, I was so nervous. I was going down a road I've never done before. I've never been in a public eye. I've never been interviewed. I've never been interviewed on TV. You know, I've never done anything like that. I was so scared and nervous to do it. But once I did it and I jumped over that fence and after the fact, I walked into the car, we made a video actually leaving the place. And I said, wow, I did it. I can't believe it. Now I'm excited. Now I want to do more, right? So for people that are scared or nervous to do this business or to take this leap, what happens is after they do, they contact me and they say, oh my God, I'm so excited now. I'm so glad I made a decision. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. That's good. It happens all the time. So even if you are nervous, it's okay. I've been there before. I understand what you're going through. So I did not have the confidence either, but I took the chance. That's what I'm saying. But you will never know if you try. You have to try. I mean, give yourself a shot. I mean, if I never did this business that I'm, showing you here, I would have made $5.6 million. I'll tell you that. And so I'm so glad I took the chance. Another question, how long does it take to be successful? It's really hard to answer that question, right? It comes down to you, the individual. Your efforts will depend on your success. All right? I've seen people make $11K in the first week. I've seen it. Listen, so it could take you days, weeks, months. I don't know how long it's going to take you to be successful. If you don't do anything, then you're not going to make any money, right? But if you work it, and you follow along and you ask questions and you're part of it, then yeah, man, you're going to make money as long as you don't quit. And the great part, again, like I said before, there's 0 monthly fees. So even if you have to take time off and you say, oh, I got to put this on a back burner for now, no big deal. All right, that's totally cool. You know, you can just pick it up in a week or 2 weeks down the road and there's no extra fees, so you're not going to be spending money. How long does it take to set the business up? It really shouldn't take more than 2 or 3 days. But again, doesn't matter how long it takes because there's 0 monthly fees. So even if it takes you longer because you get busy, no big deal. It's not going to cost you any extra money. So don't worry about that. How did you come up with the average commission of $2,000 a deal? Well, the average loan size should be somewhere around $20,000. The average commission is going to be about 10%. So the average commission per loan is going to be about 10%. So your average commission per deal is going to be $2,000. 10% of $20,000 is $2,000. That's where we come up with that. Can I do this business with a friend or partner? Of course, we want you to. 2 heads are always better than 1, right? But of course, if you don't want to do it on your own, hey, that's fine too. I mean, the majority of people that do this do it on their own. But if you want to bring up in a partner or a friend or whatever, split the money to come in, split everything. Hey, man, go for it. No worries. Just do it. You could do this with whoever you want. Let's go back to 2014. I know I've made a lot of money since then. So I don't want you to compare yourself to me today. Don't compare yourself to me today. Compare yourself to me in 2014 when I knew nothing. Okay. I had no idea how to run a Facebook ad. I had no idea what the heck, these business loans were, knew nothing. But I figured it out. I put my head down, and it took me a long time to learn this stuff. You got to understand. I mean, I've been learning this stuff for 3 years now, but I'm taking 3 years of knowledge, millions and millions of dollars made, and millions of dollars spent on marketing and whatnot, and I'm just giving it to you on a silver platter. A business in a box. This is what this is. So, is this for you? Well, if you want to work from home, work in your jams, have no boss, and the freedom to do what you want when you want, do you want to spend 47 nights on vacation like me? Yeah, then this is a great opportunity for you. If you truly want to start a business, but maybe you need some guidance, have failed at something else, you just need some help, yeah, then this is for you. We provide you with unlimited support. If you want to learn how to quickly build a business that produces monthly income that could exceed your annual income, then this is for you. Now think about this. The average person in this country makes about like $28,000 or $30,000 a year, right? That's it. I made that my first month. So you could easily make more money doing this in a monthly basis than you currently are in an annual basis. Really want you to understand that. It's really powerful stuff. If you want a simple business that you can run from home, on the beach, vacations, your backyard by the pool, barbecuing, drinking a beer, hanging out, smoking a cigar, whatever you're into, then this is for you, man. It is amazing to be able to do what you want anywhere in the world. So, but walk before you run. I know talking about making millions of dollars, and I want you to forget about making millions because I know that's a really high hill to climb. I want you to start by making thousands of dollars, all right, or even hundreds of dollars, because making hundreds or thousands of dollars is way easier, clearly. But it's literally, take a step back, just say, let me just make $1, right? Just make $1, and then start from there and grow. So what do you receive with this training? You get unlimited support via email and Facebook group. We also have conference calls as well. Introduce you to lenders. So I'm going to provide you my personal contacts of lenders that are willing to work with you. I'm going to provide you with step-by-step instructions to set up Facebook ads. That means I give you the audience. I give you the copy, the text copy. I give you images you can use. We show you how to put up video ads, carousel ads. We give you the exact ads to put up. This isn't, go watch a Facebook, video on how to put up an ad. No, this is the exact ad that you should put up. We give you everything that you need to put up. All right. There is no guessing. You just follow along. We should give you step-by-step instructions on how to set up your website. I'm not talking about just any website. This is a optimized website for mobile traffic, all right? Because it doesn't matter where you get your traffic today. Typically, most of it's going to be mobile. So it's a mobile optimized site to generate leads. That's what you care about. So I'm literally giving you the same exact website that I generate my 1,000 leads a day on, okay? Giving you the same exact site. You just have to create it. We give you a step-by-step instructions on how to create it. But you get your hosting as someone like a GoDaddy, and it's all on WordPress. We give you everything that you need. We also provide all the paperwork you need. We teach you the business loan industry, right? We give you access to videos, like I did a video where we did a mock call, right, with a business owner. So James and I did a call, and we went through all the questions on how you should do a call with a business owner to talk to them about doing the loans. That's how to speak to the business owners. And I'm going to continue to add training modules. There's a video on how to set up an e-sign software. Again, we give you the application. There's other videos like to do LinkedIn training. Like I said before, the 5-day LinkedIn challenge that James did. We're always going to be adding stuff, so it's cool. So now the training is really only in 3 steps. So when you think about this, you can break down this whole entire business in 3 steps. So, first one, set up your lead generation website, right? Like I said before, we're going to give you step-by-step instructions on how to set up your website, optimize for mobile traffic, and optimize for conversions. The next one, set up a relationship with lenders. I'm going to provide you my personal contacts and a larger list of lenders. So you have a lot of lenders to work with. And I also have a real estate lender in there, startup lenders. I mean, you're going to have everything you need. The next one is start marketing. Generate as many leads as you want. You want to do free marketing, paid marketing, totally up to you, but start marketing. So 3 steps. Set up your website. Set up the relationship with lenders and start marketing. That's it. That's the whole entire business. I have narrowed it down to such a small set of instructions to make it as easy as possible for you to get this business up in a few days and start making money in a week or two. That's the goal. To start up any new business, it's going to cost you thousands to millions of dollars. I don't know if you've seen videos with James. He had a franchise. It cost him $70,000 to start a franchise. I mean, a legitimate franchise is going to cost you at least like 50 grand. It's insane on how much money you have to lay out. It costs $300,000 to $600,000 to get a 7-Eleven. It's insane. If you ask me, you're just buying yourself a job. It's going to take you 3-4 years just to get your money back. And then what are you really making? 100 grand a year? I mean, come on. I make 300 grand a month, right? I mean, why the heck would I ever buy a 7-Eleven? And that sounds good. Hey, if you asked me 10 years ago, I'd be like, wow, I get a 7-Eleven? That's great. Now I look at it like that's a joke. So this is the, if you ask me, this is the road you want to go down. I'm not going to say that you're going to make as much as I do in the next week, but this is the road you want to go down. So in a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, you could say the same thing. Oh man, I would never open up a 7-Eleven. God, what they make in a year, I make in a month. You know, it's like insane. So this is the road you want to go down. And guess what, man? You're not spending $70,000. Now, that's 70 grand just to get in for James. Then he had to set up his office, rent, employees, insurance, everything else he could possibly think of. James told me it took him over, I think, a year, 18 months before he even made a profit. I mean, think about that. People making profit doing this in a week. I mean, James made a profit in his first 11 days in his case study. 11 days. And it took him, 500 days almost to make a profit in his last business, and he had to lay out like $100,000. You insane? So now I'm going to offer everybody a one-time offer during this webinar to get into this program. I want to save you 50%. So the price of this training is going to be $1,997. So almost $2 grand. One-time payment of $997. That's it. All right. Use PayPal credit. Or pay 2 payments of $597. So that means you pay $597, then in 30 days, you pay another $597. So that's your option. A one-time payment of $997 or 2 payments of $597, 30 days apart. You can use PayPal credit. All right? 0 interest and 0 payments for 6 months. If you want to try PayPal credit, I'm going to give you a link to do that. So now you can click on the link on the right side of this page, or go to iworkinmyjams.com/join. On that page, you're going to have options: $997, $597 times 2, or there's going to be a PayPal credit link. You could try to get PayPal credit. Like I said, click on the link on the right side of the page, or go to this link to schedule a call. So you can schedule a call with us. You're going to talk to somebody. You can answer all your questions. iworkinmyjams.com/join. Or you can go and pay. Up to you. So now let me go into this for a second. What else costs $997 or more? Now I got to tell you, I used to be a digital marketing consultant. And when I created websites for people, I charged them between $2,000 and $5,000. So just for me to create someone's website, I charge them between $2,000 and $5,000 just to create a website. And I'm giving you this whole entire business that made me $5.6 million for $997, a one-time fee. That's it. And we even show you how to set up your own website. So just think about that for a second. Franchises, like I said before, it's going to cost you at least 50 grand just for the fee. More like $100,000. Plus rent, office furniture, training, employees, insurance, royalties, and a whole lot of headaches. PR firms. I talked to a PR firm about doing this business. A PR firm, and I talked to both. I talked to 3 of them. The cheapest one, was $3,000 per month. $36,000 a year I had to pay to a PR firm to just do some PR stuff. Now, these are legitimate PR firms. This isn't Joe Schmo out of his basement, right? These are legitimate PR firms. $3 grand a month, 36 grand a year. And I'm showing you how to do this business for less than $1,000. That's it. And I'm giving you everything you need to know. Online marketing, like I said before, as a digital marketing consultant, I used to be. I charged at least no less than $2,000 a month. $2,000 every single month. And I'm giving you this whole entire business in a box for $997. One time. Think about that. So these are all legitimate business expenses. If you talk to the average restaurant, whatever, local business selling, copiers, I mean, whatever, right? Just think of any local business or even nationwide company. They all need a website. They all need probably PR firms, or maybe they're working with someone to do some sort of marketing, or they have an online marketing company. And they're all spending thousands and thousands of dollars a month, or thousands and thousands of dollars just to create their website. It's all thousands of dollars. And you're getting all this for less than $1,000. So is $997 a lot of money for this? I don't know. I mean, ask me, it's hard to find a business, a legitimate business that can make you tens of thousands of dollars a month out of the gate for less than $1,000. And it's also how find a business where you have access to someone like me who has had massive success. I mean, how many people do you know that have made $5.6 million in the last 3 years working from home, no employees, working in their jams? Like literally right now, I am sitting here at my desk working in my jams. I got my hoodie on. I got my pajama pants on. I got my slippers on. This is me. I work in myjams.com/join. I'm actually playing around with this whole logo thing. I'm going to put on t-shirts and stuff. We're not 100% finalized on this, but that is a frog. That's supposed to be a frog, just so you know. Guess it kind of could look like a lizard, but so we're kind of coming up with this whole idea. I want to actually start sending out t-shirts to everybody who does this, kind of, again, like build this movement. I really want people to really just take control of their life, take control of their finances, spend more time with their family, take off Fridays, just make it a movement. It's going to be fun. So, like I said, 50% off. Join now. I work in myjams.com/join. Do it. And for the rest of this webinar, I'm going to play a video that I did with Brian, who was the first person I ever taught. He's probably made over $750,000 since he started, at least $750,000 since he started. And I'll play that, and we'll call it a day. So go join or schedule a call, and we'll see you on the other side. Well, I just want to thank you for jumping on this call. We're making this call as pretty much a testimonial. My name is Phil Smith. Your name is?
My name is Brian Keith.
And we pretty much have known each other since, what, 2006, 2007?
Maybe even like 2005.
All right, so it's been a while. You are literally the first person that I trained on how to do the Facebook marketing and the lead generation. So the point of this video call, I think, is the first time that we've actually spoke over a video chat like this. It took us about 15 minutes to figure it out and how to record it, but anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video here so people can actually see that we're both real people and kind of give your side of the story. So if you want to quickly just go into when I first contacted you, what was your reaction and how did you get involved in this?
Well, just to go back, me and Phil started out actually working together probably, like we said, around 2005, 2006, doing various different home-based businesses. As a matter of fact, when we first met, I actually had met Phil through somebody else and taught Phil what I was doing, and Phil actually became really good at that. And then as the years went on, we actually stayed in touch, and we've done various businesses together throughout the years. And I'd say around 2.5 years ago, maybe 2.5, 3 years ago, Phil had contacted me and was telling me about this thing he was doing with business loans. And at the time, I was doing something else, and I was making decent money at it, and I didn't jump right in it at the time, which, looking back now, is probably the wrong move on my part. If I would have jumped in right away, I would have made in the millions. But not saying I haven't made a lot of money. I've done in the hundreds and hundreds of thousands in the last 2.5 years. And it first started out when, Phil was actually teaching me how to fund loans by ourselves. So what we would do is we would go out, we would try to generate some leads. We would actually call the customer up. We'd actually get their application. We had some lenders that would fund the loans, and then we'd fund it, and we'd get a commission. Then we kind of started taking it to the next level. We were like, hey, we're starting to generate so many leads. Maybe we can, sell these leads. So we started learning how to do all this Facebook marketing. And we perfected Facebook marketing, which is, if you've done Facebook marketing or you haven't, it's pretty difficult to just learn what to do. You can lose a lot of money really quickly. So what we did, we learned how to put up ads. We got customers that actually buying the leads directly from us. And when we first started, we did things completely different. Facebook changes all the time. So when Facebook first started, we started running ads for $100 an ad, $200 an ad, to where we were spending $1,000, $2,000 on an ad a day, and we were getting certain lead costs. Then we started delving into it a little more, and we figured, hey, let's see what happens if we run ads at a small amount. Maybe the lead costs will come down. So now we started running ads at say a couple $100 a day instead of $1,000 a day, and we were finding out that the lead costs came down even more. Then we were like, hey, what if we run ads at $10 a day? So now we're like, okay, let's run 100 ads at $10 a day and see where that goes, and our lead costs have dropped even more. So that kept us profiting, more and more money as we were going along, and that's where we go to this day. We just, as Facebook changes, we adapt what we're doing to the rules that Facebook comes up with, and that's where we stand right now. We do what we need to do at the time, and we can teach you how to do the same thing. And we want to teach you how to do everything. We want you to learn how to be able to fund the loan yourself, how to be able to find a buyer, how to be able to sell the leads, to do exactly what we've done, and we take the guessing work out for you because we've already done it. So that's kind of in a nutshell, what we've done and what I've learned to do over the last 2.5 years. And just last year alone, I can show you, because I have proof. I can show you my 1099 from Phil, but I made, I think, roughly around $220,000 last year. And this year I'm going to finish up at more than that. So this is a business that's, it's like none other. And if you just put in a little time and effort, it'll change your life.
Yeah, it's funny listening to you say all this, because, you just summed up 2 years of just doing all this work, figuring out Facebook in a minute. And it took us, a long time to figure all this stuff out. And that's the thing, by living and breathing it every single day, watching campaigns, see how they react. Because Facebook changes over time. And just like any marketing, Google, even if you jump into LinkedIn, any type of advertising platform is going to change over time, and how much they charge you, how the leads react, figuring out which leads to go after. Remember when we first started, we were doing a lot of interests, and we would do the demographics in Facebook, and we would target the interests. And I remember I sent you 30 different interests to do. Remember that? And then what happened was, after that, what we did was we said, oh, okay, let's do lookalike audiences. And then we kind of stopped.
Target audiences and lookalike audiences, and that's all stuff that people teach you how to do. And you'll see, once you start doing your lookalike audiences and custom audiences, now your leads will you'll actually even pick up on your leads, because now you're getting it to more people instead of the same people. You're just going to the same type of people that already hit your ad to begin with. We'd have no way of being able to do that without creating those audiences and be able to start generating our own leads at first to be able to create the new audiences. So that's what people have to learn how to do, is create the beginning, start doing the ads, get some leads coming in, create the audiences off of that. And that takes a little work and patience, but I got to tell you, you're not going to have to sit and work at a 9-to-5 job all day with your boss yelling at you. You're going to be able to make a lot of money on your own time and run it the way you want to run it.
Yeah, so just to clarify, you brought up the business loan brokering that we did, and then you brought the lead gen. So just so everyone knows, there's actually 2 training programs. One of them is being a business loan broker. That's how we originally got into this business. We were generating leads for ourselves, calling the leads up, getting them loans, making approximately about $2,000 a deal. It was a great business. That was about, I think we maxed out about 30 grand a month for doing that business itself on a per person basis, because you can only talk to so many people in a day and whatnot. So, but what happened is then we started realizing that, well, hey, we can just sell these leads, scale it, and make a lot more money. So we went from making, let's just say, 30 grand a month to hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. So part of the training, we split it up, and we said, all right, here's your become a business loan broker. You can do very well if you don't mind talking to people and going through that process. And then beyond that, you can become a lead generator and go into that business. So it's really two separate businesses, but they're pretty much doing the same thing. So just so everyone understands that.
Right. There's a huge opportunity because you're not just sitting back with one thing. So you have two things you could be doing, and in reality, you could actually almost be doing them both at the same time.
So one question I have for you, if you want to go into it, is explain how you felt it was doing the business loan brokering and how easy it was to get the business owner a loan.
Okay, well, you got to remember, most of these businesses probably some of them are big, but most of them are smaller, so traditionally it's really hard for them to go to a bank. And basically, the way these loans are funded, it goes by their sales per month. So if somebody does $10,000 in sales per month, they can get a $10,000 loan. If they do $50,000 in sales, they can get a $50,000 loan. And what's easy about it is that all a customer needs to provide is 3 or 4 months bank statements, just to show that they're generating those sales. And pretty much they could have funds in 24 hours. So it's easy. It's the easiest way for a person to get money if you need money in a timely fashion. Going to a bank, it's going to take these people sometimes 60, 90, 120 days to get their loan, where we can fund them in 24 to 48 hours.
But also the problem is a bank will never give most of these people a loan to begin with, so that's not even an option anyway.
Right, so they probably wouldn't get a loan from the bank, and it's simple. All I need to do is just say, hey, they send me their 3 bank statements. We give them to our funder. The funder comes back to us usually even the same day with an offer. We go back to them. They accept the money, and then we get paid our commission. It's as easy as that. It's like just a couple-step process.
Yeah, so there's only 2.
Remember, too, because the leads are coming into us, we already know. It's not like you're just cold calling somebody. We know they want a loan. They're coming to us for a loan. Right, so we're just calling them back and saying, okay, here's what we need from you to get your loan. Right. So it's a pretty simple process. Everybody is receptive, and they're going to give you their bank statements, and you're going to get the loans done.
And actually, talking about the business loan brokering, when we did it, we were only selling one type of lead. We were doing merchant cash advance. So meaning, they give a loan based on the future receivables of the company, right? That's that company we talked about that got funded on Shark Tank.
Right.
And that company happened to call me. But anyway, the one thing I wanted to go over was now with the business loan brokering, people can actually do high credit score leads. That means if someone has a credit score of over, let's say, 650, and
right.
they do less than $10,000 a month in revenue, which is the cutoff for merchant cash advance, you can actually do more for those people now. So now you can make money in those leads. And then you have the startup leads. Now there's something to sell those guys. So anybody who does business loan brokering today actually has more loan products to provide and can make a lot more money because the lead cost is a lot less.
Right. So we went from just doing loans like we're talking about, like they had at least 10K in business. Now we're doing loans for we're getting people startup loans. We're even able to help people with low credit scores get their credit scores repaired, and trying them to be able to get a loan. So there's different products that we have now from when we first started. We've evolved, tenfold from when we started. Phil started, I told you, 2.5, 3 years ago. I've been in it with him now for less than that, obviously, because I didn't jump in right away. But there's a lot more that there is to offer at this point in time.
So let me ask you this. Because we're doing more of the lead generation now than we are doing the brokering, for the lead gen part, how much time do you really put into that on a daily basis?
Okay, so what you need to do every day, there's certain things you need to do. You're going to be doing mostly Facebook advertising. You need to, watch your ads. Make sure you need to go into Facebook every day, look at your conversion ratio, see what your cost per lead is, and make sure your ads are performing. If an ad's not performing, you're going to want to turn it off, maybe put up a new one. You need to have a business Facebook page. You need to keep up on the page. In the morning also, people are going to send you questions, messages, and then you're going to need to stay up, keep up on comments that are on the page and answer any comments that people have. So that takes a little time, but I would say you could do this business in a couple hours days, tops. A couple hours a day, tops. And that's a lot. I mean, but you could put more time into it if you want. You could work at this 8 hours a day, get more companies to buy leads from you. I mean, there's so much you can do, but you can still make a lot of money just doing this in a short amount of time.
It's funny because we have this conversation a lot when I say, I ask you, what do you tell me what you want to make money doing, and I'll give you something to make money in, right? And
some days it's one thing, some days it's another thing, but
there's always ways to make money, and that's what people don't get, and they don't really understand how easy it is to make money online because they don't have the experience, they don't have the knowledge, which I understand, which is what we try to teach people. But all you really need to do is be willing to work, and you can make a killing. And when I say killing, listen, what the average person in America brings home like $2,000 a month. I mean, can you imagine if I told you that you just had to make $2,000 a month? I mean, you'd be like, I don't even really have to work half the time. I don't have to work 90% of the time to make $2,000 a month. That's easy.
And I've been working, so you guys, I've been working at home for myself since around 2005. I've never gone to work since 2005. And every year I live comfortably. I'm just so you guys know, I'm from New York. I moved to Florida 4 years ago. I live in one of the top areas of Florida, Boca Raton. I'm about to close on another brand new house right now in a couple of weeks. And I don't ever leave my house. I just work out of my house. I get up in the morning, I do my thing, and that's it.
Pretty much every day by 9:30, I hear from you, or you hear from me at least once. And we both know we're just going to be sitting in our house trying to get ready for our day. But that's it. You know, and half the time it's like, you're like, oh, I'm running out doing things. I'm running out doing things. And that's the lifestyle. I love the lifestyle that this type of business brings. And that's just working from home in general. It doesn't have to be lead generation. It doesn't have to be anything specific. It's just working from home.
And what's cool is, like, I mean, you guys, especially with what we do, and, like, you know, I mean, there's times where I'm on vacation, Phil's on vacation, and it doesn't matter. You come back, the money's still going in your bank account. You bring a computer to wherever you are, you sign on in the morning, you make sure your things are going good, and you go on your vacation the rest of the day. I mean, that's what your life can be like. And I'm just a normal guy. I'm not like different than anybody else. Neither is Phil. Look at us. We're not sitting here in suits and look like we're like high profile people on Wall Street. You don't need to be. You know, I'm sitting here in a t-shirt. I'm in Florida in a t-shirt and shorts. That's how I work every day.
And in the winter, I wear a hoodie. I have like 30 of these stupid things, but that's all I wear every single day. A friend of mine, I told you, a friend of mine got fired from his job or laid off, whatever. Came over my house the other day, and he's like, dude, you look like you just woke up. It was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, this is how I am every single day. I don't need to go anywhere, so what's the point?
Yeah, it's definitely a lifestyle change. And, I mean, it's actually, if you have kids, it's good because they have more time with your kids. I mean, whatever it is, like, right now, it's 2:24 here. My daughter comes home at 3 o'clock. She has a flute lesson. I get to take her to a flute lesson. You know, otherwise, you know, how does it get done? Two people are working. Your kids is there to help the kids. I'm always here to do whatever we need to do, and it doesn't matter if I leave. And I still make more money than most people that are going to their job from 9 to 5.
Right, exactly. You know what it is? I was actually watching an episode of Shark Tank where Mark Cuban said, I would rather work 80 hours a week for myself than, you know, 40 hours a week for someone else. You know, and that's the truth. I don't mind. I'm up till midnight typically. You know, stop working around midnight every night just because I don't mind doing this. I don't mind working harder for myself because I know every dollar I make goes in my pocket, not some corporate bigwig, and I'm just making whatever I make every day. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, so for anyone watching this, you know, I just wanted to make this video. I called up Brian. I said, hey, listen, you want to make a quick video kind of just going over the lead gen stuff, the brokering stuff, our daily lives, I personally, like you say about vacations, my wife's a vacation freak. I've been on 7 vacations this year alone. My friend that came over the other day, when I told him that, he kind of looked at me all weird. He's like, "Are you serious?" I don't broadcast this stuff to people I know. If you don't know me personally and you don't talk to me frequently, you don't know what I do. You don't know the house I live in. You don't know the cars I drive. I'm a very private person, and very few people know that much about me. But it's that's just a lifestyle. So that's what I love about it.
You're the only one that knows everything about you.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't want to bore people and just keep this going. So I guess we'll kind of leave it at this. Anything else you want to bring up?
I just want to say one more thing. If you do decide to work with Phil, you'd probably be working with me also, because I do a lot of the work also. But what's good about this opportunity is anything else that we do in the future, because we're always looking at other things as we go along to build on what we're doing. You would be there right with us, and you'll always know what we're doing. There's always more room for more opportunities. So that's just what I want everybody to know that also.
Yeah, that's really true, because we sold movie boxes in the past. We've sold different types of training programs in the past, and even just simple lead generation campaigns that we just do on the side, that we just test out and just make money. And we obviously broadcast that out to everyone that's working with us and tell them what we're doing and set them up. So anyway, there's always a lot on the horizon. It just depends on how much time and effort you want to put into it, how much money do you want to make, and that's pretty much it. It all comes down to the individual.
That's it.
So anyway, all right, man. So we'll talk soon, and
cool.
We'll leave it at this.
All right.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, over and out.